Okay, picture this. You're living in a world with no clear rules at all. Justice, it's pretty much whatever the strongest guy around says it is. And in a world like that, a really simple crime, say stealing a loaf of bread,
Well, that has a consequence that's swift, it's brutal, and it is absolutely permanent. No, you're not going to jail, you're not paying a fine, you lose your hand. Just like that.
and here's the wild part. For millions of people, almost 4,000 years ago, this wasn't some horrific act of cruelty. Nope. This was fair. This was justice. So let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down one of the most important and, let's be honest, one of the most brutal legal systems ever created. We're talking about the Code of Hammurabi, a set of laws that literally terrified a whole civilization into falling in line. All right, so to really get why a code this harsh was even a thing, we got to go back and look at the world before it existed. And honestly, it was just chaos, pure and simple. I mean, think about it. If you were one of the powerful folks, you could do whatever you wanted, take whatever you wanted, hurt whoever you wanted, and there were zero consequences. But if you were weak, you just lived in constant fear. You had absolutely nobody to protect you. The only rule was might makes right. And then, right into the middle of all this chaos, steps a king. And he asks this really dangerous question. What if? What if fear was the only way to create order? What if the price you had to pay for peace was pain? I mean, that was the radical idea at the very heart of his whole plan. But here's the thing about Hammurabi. He wasn't just some guy who wrote down laws. Oh no. Before he could write the rule book for an entire empire, he first had to build that empire. And let me tell you, he did it with a ton of patience, some brilliant strategy, and just utter ruthlessness. Yeah, this guy didn't start at the top of the food chain. Not even close. He was the ruler of Babylon, which at the time was just this small, kind of vulnerable city. And it was surrounded by way bigger, way more powerful enemies, all of them basically just waiting for their chance to stomp him out. So what's his game plan? Well, first, he plays the long game. He just waits. For years, he focuses on his own city, building up food supplies, getting his resources in order. Then, phase 2, he makes friends. He teams up with his rivals to take down other, bigger threats. But, and this is classic Hammurabi, once those allies weren't useful anymore, he turns on them, betrays them, attacks when they're not expecting it. And just like that, one by one, the other kingdoms fall, until only Babylon is left standing, in control of everything. And now that he has total control, Hammurabi unleashes his